Hi, guys. This is Ness from Hip Hop Festival Podcast, also Down to Earth Podcast. I'm here with the one and only incomparable R.A Rugged Man. He came up to Toronto and has just finished out his concert. We are happy to have you in Toronto. What makes you keep coming back to Toronto?
Well, if they book me, I come. You know, I love Toronto, and if they keep booking me, they've been booking me for decades now. So it's a blessing that you guys keep bringing me back. So that's what brings me back, the people.
Absolutely, absolutely. I want to talk a little bit more about how you're multifaceted. You're working on a film. You're a journalist. You're a producer. And you are also independent. And being independent, how is that working out for you right now?
Well, you know, after the internet, being independent worked a little easier. You know, I was around for decades. So I was a teenager in the industry and there was no computer.
Right.
So you relied on a corporation to put your posters in other countries and other cities. And now, you know, you can press buttons and the world gets your music. You put out a new song. They got it in Russia. They got it in Brazil. They got it in Japan.
You don't even have to be in Russia to record your part. You're right.
No, that's what I'm saying. You press one button and the world could hear the music. Back in the day, you relied on a label to get the word out. You had no other way to do it. Unless you were rich or something. But, you know, just a kid from the street, you go, okay, label, make me famous.
That's it.
Now you can make yourself famous.
That's it. I love Instagram, but I also know that people take Instagram to a point where they think things are real. Like, it's good for businesses, good for artists like yourself. The thing with Instagram, I feel like people like look at it and be like, this is real life, when what we're doing right now as he stands here, what he did about 15 minutes ago and gave his heart out. You can see the man's back of his hair sweating. He had the crowd going. What makes you still interested, still captivated by hip hop?
Well, this isn't real. I'm an AI. She actually has an AI, the rugged man. You never know these days, and then all of a sudden, we real. No, hip hop is my life, my culture. I grew, you know, since a little baby. I was a little child, and I dedicated everything to you know, every piece of me to the culture, studying it, living it, you know, working with all my idols, learning from all my idols when I was young, and getting on stages 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 years old, you know. So this is what I live to do. This is what my life is about, the culture.
Right. Jeff, or AKA Citizen Kane, came on and said he is motivated by everything music. So you're basically saying that everything you do is for the music. Would you agree with that?
Yeah. Well, when I participate in hip hop, like when I'm doing film, it's a different thing, because I am a filmmaker too.
Yes.
But as far as, but even that, when I'm making a movie, there's so much influence from the hip hop culture.
Absolutely.
You know, where the plot goes, where the story goes, a line of dialogue, a piece of music. So it's still
intro, outro,
so what you just said, that I said, no, I was wrong. Actually, yes, it even goes into all my, yes. Hip hop goes into all of my art, all of my life.
Absolutely.
And to raising my children, hip hop, my little kids, when they were 4, 3, 2 years old. So what you saying, you know, EPMD, my whole life is hip hop. My kids, 2 years old, was singing, make the music with your mouth, Biz.
Rest in peace, Biz Markie.
That's one of my idols. And shout out to Diamond Shell, Biz brother. He was out there in Brentwood when I was a kid, and he had his record deal too, you know, before me. And shout out to Diamond J out there in Brentwood. You know,
since we're doing shout outs, let's start by, where can we find you on all social platforms? Let the audience know right there.
I think, you know, Instagram is R.A The Rugged Man Official. Facebook, R.A The Rugged Man. I don't know if it's I don't even know my own stuff. And Twitter, which the Nazi owns, you know.
He has a unique name, R.A Rugged Man. So all you guys got to do is search him out.
R.A The Rugged Man.
R.A The Rugged Man.
And YouTube, R.A The Rugged Man.
Perfect.
I got a TikTok, but like I don't really.
I know. I don't time with TikTok.
Oh man, now my daughter does TikTok dances on my page.
Oh, so she runs your page for you.
Not really, like So I'm trying to figure that one out. I think I have to learn it to use it. That's okay. At the end of the day, you have support, and that's what we need in hip hop, and the support of helping each other in the community, not gatekeeping.
Let's talk about something that has happened recently. Hip hop hasn't charted. What do you think about that?
Well, hip hop hasn't charted, but hip hop just got a mayor elected.
Right.
You know,
right.
The mayor of New York is now a hip hop artist. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a Democrat, socialist, Muslim rapper.
Woo!
He might not have charted on the charts, but they just got elected to the damn, highest in New York City. So,
well, I have to big him up because he did. I'm Trinidadian, and he did talk about.
Oh, my Trinity's in the house.
Yes,
word. Shout out to Trinidad. The man who discovered me, Mark Niles, he's a Trini, and his mother who. When I was roaming around the streets, she brought me in and we called the mod groups back then.
She gave you some pillow.
Yeah, and she had the magic, like I'd get sick and she'd give me some weird things in the cup and I'd be healed. Yeah. It wouldn't taste the best, but it
helped you out. Yeah.
So I came up with some Trinis and
so you know about a little bit about our culture as well. That's fantastic. So you're an honorary Trinidadian. So let's talk about something else you mentioned earlier. You mentioned that you actually were, a filmmaker, and you started working on a documentary about your family, God Take and God Give. Do you want to talk about that with me a little bit?
Yeah, sure. That was a documentary. Wait, okay. Yeah, so this is
we're going back to the Trinis.
Yeah, that's
Trinidad and Tobago.
That's my second grandmother. That's my Trini grandma with my kids right there.
What's her name? Shout her out.
Ma Duke Niles. That's Ma Niles.
Big up Ma Duke. You incorporated a Trini and you treat him right.
I had my demo tape and I had a song that got me signed. One of the songs was called Bloody Axe. And she's on the chorus going, Bloody Axe.
Yes, my dudes, get it.
So I pull out the receipts when I pull the Trini card. I said, nah.
Well, that's nice because that's showing that you have, it's not your blood, but that person showed you some love and incorporated.
And her son discovered me. I was, I guess when I was just rapping in the streets.
Right.
And so when I was about 15, probably 16.
Right.
He was producing this other artist I knew, Stimulation and Proficient. And they brought me to the studio and he's like, yo, I'm producing this kid, man. I'm producing him. So he took me and we made all our demos. And those are the demos I made that got us the first deals.
Right, so, right. Because I know you're
shout out to Mark Niles. Yeah.
Yeah. So
well, in the beginning, when I was a teenager, I ended up getting a bidding war.
I saw that. I read that.
All of them. So
I read that.
I signed a Jive, I signed a Priority, I signed a Capital, all of that stuff. But I was a loose cannon,
Right. You're living your life.
They all knew the art was good, the music was good, but the personality was not.
So when you say loose cannon, you would say maybe you were in the streets, you weren't doing the right thing.
A little too violent, a little too crazy while I was young.
And when did you transition? What happened?
You grow up. My daddy was wild when he was young. My little brother was wild. And, we come from a wild family. And in age and wisdom, and you realize you shoot yourself in the foot and fucking everything up. Are we allowed to curse?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
so...
yeah, absolutely. No, I appreciate the respect.
Still got the loose cannon, but I try to protect myself from letting them come out, and I've been doing pretty damn good. I'm proud of myself.
Listen to me.
People knew me in the 90s. No, it was like, yo, that dude.
Listen. People look at this and they're gonna hate, just like you. They're gonna hate on me because that's what they remember about me, about being a Nessa back in the day, in the 90s. I was a wild child, but again,
that's the good thing. That's what life is.
That's it.
That's what created these lessons that we have now.
Exactly.
Imagine being a boring ass person till you die.
Listen,
from step one to step dead. He was just boring.
I'm going to say this because he's going to understand. If you're Trinidadian, one thing they show you is how to lime. And you know what liming is. Either you do nothing or you do too much. You know what I mean? So I get where you're coming from. But let us bring it back to your documentary called God Take, God Give.
No, that was something I started after my father passed years ago.
Rest in peace.
But I wasn't technical or educated enough. I thought that your documentary, you just take a camera and you can make it.
Right.
But there's a lot more to making a documentary. So I was failing my father trying to make it with just me and a couple friends.
So can I just stop you for a second?
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. Somebody just told me this the other day. Never say that you're a failure.
I was failing.
Yeah.
No,
the event was the failure.
I failed on that project.
Right. Yes.
I tried to bring to life. I didn't have a budget. I thought I could make it with zero. The mic just shut off.
Okay. No, I hear you. You got your headphones. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
So, yeah, no, I didn't know what I was doing. I thought you know what, a documentary with $0.
But you took the chance, and you're
emotional.
No, you know what?
Right now,
and you're
emotional.
No, you know what?
Right now, I produced a film in 2008 that got sold to 10 countries.
What?
I just
Congratulations.
wrote, directed, produced a feature film that we're going to get ready to release soon. It's called Suicide Disco, and that looks beautiful. I got professional technicians with me. I'm a better writer. I'm a better producer. I'm a better editor. I'm a better filmmaker now.
Well, again, you just said it, experience, right?
Yeah,
Can you talk about that movie? Do you want to talk about it? Do you want to?
Yeah, well, you know, when the trailer drops, I'll give a little bit more information. But
right.
It's a.
When is it coming out?
Well, the thing is, post-production money.
Right.
So I do the tours to pay for the post-production.
Fantastic.
So
it's going to take some time, but
it's coming. If I had the budget there when we finished filming it, I could have just threw it to post-production houses and post-production. But I got to do it all myself because I don't have a budget. And
right.
I got my guy in Cass helping me out in Belgium. My guy Cass in Belgium helping. I got my man Tyler helping with the score and some of the edit too.
Oh, that's good.
So it's just it's like, you know,
it's moving along, but it's moving very slowly.
The movie, there's hundreds of people, and right now it's like a handful of us. Lynn was my producer. Oliver was my producer. They're still on board.
You have people that are like right.
To complete a film,
it's the shmoney, as the kids say.
And it's almost there. We're about 90%. We're done filming, and we're about 90% done with post production, or 85%.
All right. And so let's talk about you touring in Toronto, or let's say Canada. I unfortunately, I'm going to give a little pet peeve. I hate when people say Canada, because Canada, it's like saying I went to New York City. Where in New York City? Brooklyn,
no, it's not
Queens.
like saying that because Canada is bigger than the U.S. It's like saying I went to America. And you America.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
New York City's at least you got the state right.
Yeah,
Canada. You know what's funny? When I was young, I was so ignorant. I didn't even know Canada was big. I knew nothing about you. All I knew was the movie Strange Brew. Remember that?
No.
Hey Hoser, these kids.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
And somebody was like, "Hey, we got a show for you." I think it was like, say, Vancouver.
Right.
And I was like, okay, so there's a show in Toronto as well, right?
Right.
Why don't we just do those? He's like, yeah, because they're very far from each other. It's the same country.
That's it.
No, mother, it's the whole side.
California,
fly
New York.
to like,
so, yeah.
I didn't know that till years later. That's how ignorant. You know, Americans, we don't pay attention to anywhere but where we from. You know, we're ignorant with that.
Right. I can tell you.
Now I'm a world traveler. I've been to, hundreds of countries.
That's good.
Hundreds of thousands of cities. So
and bringing hip hop to the world.
I know Canada's big now. I know.
Have you gone to Trinidad?
No, I've never been to Trinidad. I've never been
let me tell you this. You got definitely, if you can book a show there, try to do that. But if you can't, go on behalf of your Ma Dukes.
Yeah.
And because the experience you will get, it will complete your hip hop. Truthfully,
word.
Because you have to think about it this way: a Jamaican and a Trinidadian created reggae.
Yeah.
Then a Jamaican came and put his foot into the hip hop that shout out to Cool Herc. You know what I mean? And we're seeing people like yourself being in the game for decades, very passionate. What do you think? I think I asked you this. Did I ask you this? Did I ask you about charting? That hip hop hasn't charted in a few months.
Oh yeah, and then we talked about the mayo.
Yeah. Yes. Okay. I'm asking everybody, this can get edited, but I'm asking everybody about it because it is weird to me that the industry that is the beast beyond us wants to put these narratives out. And to me, I think it's stupid because as we know, coming from such, like, I'm like you, I'm in my 50s. Okay. And I was alive when hip hop was created. So I was there when it was from its inception, standing right here with you, R.A Rugged Man, right now. And you mentioned even in your performance, You talked about Wu-Tang. Did you ever work with them?
Oh yeah, I worked with Wu a lot of times. Toured with them, did lots of records with them. I directed videos for some of them. I've been.
And that's what I was gonna say. And this would be on the producer side of you, where that comes from.
Yeah.
And how was it working with Wu-Tang? Was it a great experience?
Well, each member, they're very different personalities.
Of course,
depends which one. If you go, Inspector Deck is very, humble, murderous lyricist,
right?
Yes,
and then absolutely.
Ghost is just jokes and hilarious and full of love,
Right.
I know there's a wilder side, but I never see the wild sides. Like Master Killer is one of the most humble, loyal, awesome human beings you'll ever meet in your life.
He recently, shout out to Master Killer because you recently followed me on the Hip Hop Festival, and I thank you for that.
I love him. He's one of my favorite people, and but I heard in the young days of the Wu,
yes,
he was the wild one. Like he was the one that would show up at your house.
You God was gang.
Shout out to you God.
Shout out to
you God's son, Intel, who's a very great rapper.
Oh wow!
And,
shout out to Intel.
We did a record together as well. It's called The Gospel. But and shout out to Killer Priest, who's an affiliate. But he puts out 5 or 6 most ridiculous lyrical albums you've ever heard in your life. He'll put out 5 or 6 of them in 2 or 3 years.
Right.
Killer Priest's output is just astronomical, and each one of them is more lyrical than everybody who's considered the best lyricist out there.
Right, absolutely. But of course, we live in an era now where the songs went from 4 to 6 minutes to 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Sometimes they don't even have interludes. They don't even have choruses. What do you think about the new music that is coming out?
Well, what's funny is, who I got an 8 and a 9-year-old. So I learned they watch songs on TikTok.
Right.
And I'm like,
so
that's
you're keeping up.
But they'll be like, this new rap song and this, and I'm like, oh shit, I like that one.
Right.
And I'm like, come on.
Yeah.
I raised you on the real shit. Don't play that,
Yeah.
But sometimes I have some fly shit. I'm like, it sound hard,
Right.
So, yeah.
I don't want to sound like my mom. My mom was
back in my day.
Yeah, my mom was like, yo, what the hell? And blah, blah, blah. And she used to cuss and, oh, you swear in too much and blah, 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 blah. But it is good to see that hip hop is still transitioning, pivoting, changing. And you know what? We're not going to like everything. But at the end of the day, I love the fact that it's still here. And which leads me to...
though, people from our...
No, go ahead.
People from our class are improving lyrically as they go.
Yes.
Through. Because yes. And there's these super unbelievably great lyrical guys still going.
Right.
And I haven't heard the record yet, but I'm going to listen to it this week. Ransom just did an album with DJ Premier.
Shout out to Ransom.
Ransom is scary. One of them scary.
Right. Yeah.
Where when he's dropping bars, they're scary bars. He's like a super dope lyricist. So there's people like that still putting out big projects.
Right.
So yeah, fuck the charts and fuck, our generation was better.
Right.
I think some of the rappers from 20 years ago are better today than they was 20 years ago.
Yeah, absolutely.
Not all of them, but
experience. You're right. Experience, wisdom. You've worked at it long enough like yourself. You had, I have to say, this is a man, when he comes and does a concert, guys, he interacts with the crowd. I mean, it doesn't matter how big the crowd, how small the crowd is. He makes sure the crowd interacts with him. And that is something that I love to see from, artists like yourself. What feeds you? Is it the energy from the crowd? Is it you yourself, or is it a combination of a little bit of both?
No, well, I know I could make people have a good, I want them to leave the concert and just feel like, yo, that was an incredible experience.
Yeah.
And if this is the one thing in life that I dedicated my life to,
right?
And there's people paying money to see you.
Yeah.
I want to make sure that I give it all of it.
So no ego, which is great.
Whether it's 3 people or 300,000 people, whoever the hell it is.
You're going to give the same energy. Like I said, you did something where they got really interactive, and I saw the crowd going crazy. And I'm glad that you're in a space where you're like, I'm not going to be egotistical. If you paid your money, you're here to see a great show.
Yeah.
Speaking about that, tell the audience what you have going on right now. Any new projects, any new collabs, let them know.
Well, the post-production on the movie Suicide Disco but I'm also about 20 songs into the new album, and I'm going to trim about 10 of them and do another 3 or 4. So I got a new album in the works as well.
Congratulations.
So basically trying to finish the film and finish the album, because the fans need a new album from me. The making the movie took a lot of time of my life out and away from getting product made.
Right.
But I have a lot of songs that I'm really proud of. And the new album is going to blow your mind like the other ones did.
Absolutely. You're an amazing artist. Your energy was fire. I want to thank you so much for doing this interview with me. And one thing I'm going to ask you to do really quickly is, if you wouldn't mind, would you mind giving us a shout out?
Shout out to the Hip Hop Festival and Down to Earth podcast. Well, let me get my hand out of them. Shout out to the Hip Hop Festival and Down to Earth podcast. Trini's in the house.
Hey!
R.A The Rugged man in the building. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Much appreciated. All right.
I'm West, I'm OD Bob West Trench. Naughty Jazz Jeff, Snake Rick, I'm Doug Fresh, I'm deaf. I'm cannabis before he met Wyclef. Or would you know I don't fight, I don't need nobody to ghost right. Coochie rap, strike the mic. I recite the type of hype that you like. I'm Sweetback, I'm Uptown Saturday night. I'm Black Caesar, I'm Rudy Ray Moore, Dolomite, I'm an assassin rapping. I'm Grand Wizard Theodore when he invented scratching. I'm Wu-Tang Killer, be epitome, a public enemy, gambling, hustling, like COVID, trigger me, better be bomb, stickity, dickity dots. Literally, I'm part in the middle of literally didn't he listen to me? I'm all good, I'm hood. I'm Ice Cube before he turned soft and went Hollywood. I'm going to grave diggers, I'm ODB, I'm headquarters. I'm Ted Demi, I'm Paul C. If I ain't better than Big, I'm the closest. I'm Richard Pryor before multiple sclerosis. I'm beef from Gold Teeth Peace. Mantronics into sonic, symbolic, and so sonic. I'm draining chronic, melodic, with logic, Islamic, of poverty, profit, economy, robbery, cocket. I properly drop it. Gotta be opposite of novelty, rockin'. I heard me hand cocking. I'm Onyx throwing your gun. I'm funky 4+1.